was never more human than when he prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, wrestling with his own will and God. It was a familiar spot, one that would be easy for Judas to find, for Jesus and his followers prayed there often. But never had he prayed so intensely, weighing the cost of obeying God and preparing himself for the suffering that lay ahead. He was mindful of the prophet Isaiah's words, written centuries before this night of anguish.
He was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed.
After the suffering of his soul, he will see the light of life and be satisfied. By his knowledge, my righteous servant will justify many, and he will bear their iniquities.
He knew the road to Calvary. First, public humiliation, then violent, bloody torture, and finally, a slow, agonizing death by crucifixion, loomed in but a few short hours. After a long and harrowing night of being paraded before King Herod, the pro-Roman ruler of Israel, and Pontius Pilate, the governor of Roman-ruled Judea, Jesus was sentenced to death before an unruly mob of religious leaders and local citizens of Jerusalem.
Call it what you will, lash, scourge, whip. Tipped with its sharp bundle of spikes and rocks, it gouged out bits of flesh until this blood ran fresh as a river, coursing the length of his limbs. 39 strokes and then some. No one cared to count.
From the palace of Caiaphas to the quarters of Pilate, beating Jesus became the pastime of the Passion. Guards and soldiers eagerly took turns leaving handprints on his cheeks,
pounding him with rods while he grew weak, and for good measure spitting in his face. Yet none could erase that look of pity or shout down the sound of his persistent prayer, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do."
Only
So this is how you have him wrenched from me, permitting lying lips, leather lash, holy men flinging fistfuls of anger sharp as the spikes that split his sweet muscles, spoiled his smooth skin. I'd have gladly laid him unblemished, unbroken on the altar, had you asked. You gave me some sway in his beginning. Why not his end? Look at him. I could never kiss away half those bruises. His countless wounds would dye all my cloth crimson. Besides, these human hands hold no healing. Maybe it's best if I go with John now.